gentlemen, this is a very special presentation, and I need quiet, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special presentation. This is a presentation that is designed and geared to help benefit the Iron Sheik in his cause.
Is that his attorney talking?
No, that's Finkel. That was Finkel. This is the attorney. This is Mickey Sherman.
Thank you very much. We're here today to talk about the Sheik. Your Honor is well aware that the Sheik has been charged with assault in the third degree in Bridgeport, Connecticut. We've got some people here who know the Sheik, who work with the Sheik, and who think very well of him. Right now we have Freddie Blassie, his well-known manager.
Now the judge thinks that some people from the office are about to walk up.
Just a minute, you pencil-neck geek, don't interrupt me. Judge Rockman, let me tell you right now, I've never met a more honorable man in my life than the Iron Sheik. The man's word is better than all the money in a bank. You know what I'm talking about? And listen, Judge, you pencil-neck geek, you. I'm telling you the way it is. And Sherman said you're going to be running for office soon. Listen, I'll get out there and I'll vote for you 10, 15 times if necessary. But this is my man right here. And you better do right by him, you pencil-neck geek. You know what I'm talking about? Old Judgy, oh boy. Keep quiet, Sherman.
Thank you very much. Next we have Arnold Scope.
I mean, does Blassie think it's like a word?
What? These guys are so ensconced in their own fucking world. This is my point. They are so lost. And now Kaz is playing this perfect. He's great. All right, let's see Skolin.
Kaz looks like it's the dude from Young Rock. This isn't even Kaz. I've never seen Kaz like this.
So calm, right?
Oh, yeah. He must be on value.
All right, Arnold Skolin.
Arnold, nice to see you.
I see you. I've wrestled the Sheik many a time, and he was a tough man in that ring, but outside that ring, he's a real gentleman.
A decent man?
He's a decent man.
And you don't think he's capable of committing the crimes that he's been accused of?
At all. I know if he was in a ring wrestling him, I could see him do something like that. But not outside that ring. He's a real gentleman outside that ring.
Thank you very much for coming.
Absolutely fine.
Next we have
Absolutely
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
That's right. I've been acquainted with the Iron Sheik here, Cosgrove Vasari, for almost 15 years of a professional wrestling career. When he taught the Olympic team at the University of Minnesota. When he came over from Iran, when he started professional wrestling. I know him from the beginning. No man has dedicated himself harder than this man in the sport of wrestling, Greco-Roman, freestyle, professional wrestling. The man is a dedicated athlete. He travels day and night all over the United States, all over the world. He's one of the busiest wrestlers in the world, and he has a language problem. He doesn't always understand things, and I think that he deserves a break. And everybody makes mistakes every now and then, and I just think he was a victim of circumstances.
You think
See, Bobby would have been a great lawyer, right?
To do with the incident?
Well, of course
it was a
does.
misunderstanding.
That's what I would say. I know he has a lot of trouble with referees, has a lot of trouble with opponents. He has no trouble with judges. He has no trouble with Bobby the Brain Heenan. So try to be a fair guy, give him a break. I think it's the fair thing to do, and if you do, Judge, I'll make sure 10, 15, 20 people vote for you. How about that, pal?
Thank you very much. And, of course, Lou Albano. What else can you say?
Judge, the only thing I can say is I know Cosgrove or the Sheik for some 15 years. He has set a fine example, as rough and as tough as he is. He has gone with the youth. He's shown people how to wrestle. He's had silver medals in the Olympics. He's got it all together. In my book, and in your book, and the book of the people, this is a man that is a family man, has 3 children, has integrity, has decency, has honor. Yes, he's rough. Yes, he's tough. Yes, he's wild at times, but misunderstood. He does not speak the language. He does not understand the language. He can be misinterpreted. He can mispermeated, misdebilated, missubulated. But the man is one of a kind, often imitated and never judged. Just a minute. I don't care about your election. I don't care what you're running for, because you ain't bothering me. But I'm going to tell you, with all honesty and decency and integrity, this man is one of a kind. I respect him as a human being. He wrestles rough. He wrestles tough. He's unbelievable. Never matched. But he's a good, compassionate human being, a family man. Listen to me. Give him
Zoom on the abs.
But God bless you. Thank God.
Sir, you dropped a rubber band on these
Do I feel
stands.
strong? Yes, very strongly, because I know he's misunderstood, misinterpreted, and he's a good man. If he weren't good, I wouldn't stand up for him.
Thank you very
much.
much.
I'm the captain. You got it?
All right, I think I've made my
And
point
lastly,
here.
of course, Mean Gene.
Well, Gene does a good job.
Mr. Sherman, if I may, I would like to just expostulate momentarily on the virtues of this very fine
gonna
gentleman.
expostulate
left, Cosmo Vasari is known as Sheikh Lahani for the Iron Sheik in his country. In 1968 in Mexico City, I happened to be covering the games for NBC television, and it was at that time that I met this tremendous gentleman, of course representing his country at that time. Later, as a matter of fact, I happen to be the best man in his wedding. He has a lovely family. He's married to a very attractive Scandinavian girl from up in Minnesota. This guy is first class all the way. Granted, he does have problems from time to time with the language, but certainly you can understand that. And Judge Rockman, I've always been a big proponent of yours in all of the things that you've been doing in this part of the country. And hopefully you'll take this man into consideration when you have to put the gavel down and close up shop. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's the
Great job, Gene.
So what you got to do is you got to pick Bobby and you got to cut the. Those guys couldn't get out of their own way. They were so entrenched in their gimmick.
Yes.
That's unbelievable. That's why, like Matt, Matt Bornstead, when Matt was he's second generation guy. It should have never been broken in.
Should not have been broken in.
It came out of character once.
That's a very memorable moment you had talking about Matt Bourne. I ran into, this is a true story, a pipe fitter today who was doing a job and saw me and said, "Look, you're the Kevin Nash podcast guy." Yes. And so he talked about you a little, and he said his favorite moment of yours was when you, I'm going to get the quote wrong, but it was from our video when we showed you Matt Bourne saying that you should never have been broken in. And you, I think you did a tally on the amount of the items being worn, and it was a worn Mets cap and a dirty sweater. I think you wanted to say. So that's out there as the pipe fitter I met today's favorite fitter. I was in a car with Sheik. He had to piss. We were going to doing promotion for the roast. I think we were doing what the hell is that sports guy? Pharrell, the sports DJ on Sirius. So we're stuck in the Holland Tunnel, and
guy that talks like that.
Yeah, he's got that raspy voice like that. So we're on the helix into the Lincoln Tunnel to head to into Manhattan on a Friday night at 9:00. So you can imagine. I mean,
so it's Stephen King's Stand at this point.
Yes, it is. It's the Stand. You could play checkers with other cars on the roofs of the cars. So we're heading down. We're locked cars. He's drinking his gimmick, and so now he's got to piss. So he begins praying to Jesus. I know he's Muslim, but he's praying to Jesus for some reason. He's in the front seat for me. Oh Jesus! Eric, Baba, I have to pee bad. Eric sends us. Sheik, there's nothing I can do. We're stuck in the car. So and now I'm getting uncomfortable because I know he's going to end up spraying. So we're getting down. We're listening to Pharrell on the radio going, "Be here any minute, trust me." So we're at, now this is, I think, a few months, well, a couple of years maybe after 9/11. Okay, so this is fresh in everyone's mind. So there are, in front of the Holland Tunnel, the Lincoln Tunnel, there are M16 holding, if they were local police or National Guard, there was something. Okay, so they're at the tunnel. So now that we're almost at the toll booth where the guys are with the guns, and we're almost there, and he can't take it anymore. He said, "Hey, open the door! I gotta get out of the pit." Can you imagine a guy in a turban jumping out, running up to with his cock, running up to somebody with a machine gun? So Eric screams at him. He says, "You cannot get out of the car and piss." To which Sheik says, "Ox Baker did it." So that became my default reason when anybody told me we could not do something in the business. Ox Baker did it. Worked for him. The stiff one of the week. This stiff one I'd forgotten about. Eric Sims. I have to set this up properly. This is about, I'm going to say about 17 years ago. We were in the midst of the kayfabe commentary's revolution at the time. And so there's a big autograph signing. And Warrior is making, this is before Hall of Fame and all that stuff. He's coming back out. He was reclusive and away from wrestling for a long time. He's coming out, he's doing this big, high-profile signing. Eric Sims is there with Kaz, with the Sheik. Eric thinks it would be a great idea to take the Sheik over to the Ultimate Warrior for a photo opportunity. And you know, a lot of these old school guys, like who comes up to who, like should the older guy really go up to the younger guy? So I think Sheiky had some